So interesting. My daughter actually did go to camp 2
Mm.
summers and had told me she had pulled a tick off of her, on maybe 2 occasions. And, and that kind of did line up for her. That did line up for when her mental illness took a huge turn, right,
Mm.
into OCD and eating disorder, which, Hunter, is not uncommon for
Mm.
people that have Lyme disease and have neuro-Lyme. Not uncommon. It's a real thing, and that's kind of what makes Lyme so difficult to diagnose and treat is it literally could be a million different things for people. I have 2 kids with Lyme, and they present completely different. Right. So anywho, because we had been struggling with our health for so long, I had a Chinese medicine doctor that we'd already been working with. And when I asked her to test my daughter for Lyme, she was like, "Oh my gosh, Liza, I don't know why we haven't done this already." And really had a special kit because there's a bunch of different Lyme tests out there and they're not very accurate. And so I did do this test called the IGeneX test. They are one of the gold standards in Lyme because they catch everything. There's so many different kinds of bacteria, so many different co-infections. And I did the full test and she came back positive. And after she came back positive, I checked my son and he was positive too. So I know. So it does go into like, where did they catch it? And that goes back to the immune system. So you could catch Lyme without a bullseye rash from ticks. They've also been known for other means of transmission, spider bites, even some mosquitoes. If you have a weak immune system, your body can't fight those pathogens off. Whereas a person with a very healthy immune system can fight those things off. And so this is why you'll see people get bit at like 6 years old, and then they're in college and they're stressed out and they're in a different living environment. And then all of a sudden their bodies can't fight off the Lyme bacteria anymore. And this is a very, very common thing that happens.
So if somebody maybe with a weak immune system gets bit by a tick or a spider or a mosquito, okay. But anyway, if someone
I
with
know.
a weak immune system gets Lyme, then they may not get the bullseye rash, which is a sign of our body fighting it off. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I mean, only a very small percentage of people ever display a bullseye rash. Very, very
Mm.
small percentage. And your body could be fighting the bacteria off just fine. And you'll just live this normal life. And then maybe something happens, like you lose your job, you get a divorce, you're in medical school, and your immune system is now working against emotions and stress, and you're double stressed, and now your body can't fight that bacteria, and then you're presenting with Lyme. This is actually what happens more often than not. It
Oh
is
my God.
just your body had been fighting it off. You had that strong immune system at that time. So even after women have babies, and that's a lot of stress, then your Lyme or your autoimmune can start flaring up. It's the same
Huh.
principle.
Huh. Oh my
And
gosh.
that's why I wanted to start with my kids are highly sensitive people.
Mm. Mhm.
And so it just hit them so much younger. And the stress of being neurodivergent in a traditional classroom for some children is enough stress to weaken the immune system.
Catch new episodes of the Mindful Mama podcast and other free resources, including the Mindful Mom Guide at mindfulmamamentor.com. You can listen to every back catalog episode, including interviews with Dr. Dan Siegel, Janla Van Zant, Sharon Salzberg, and get meditations, join our private Facebook group, and more. Go to mindfulmamamentor.com now. I'll see you there.